Morning, guys. Good morning. It's lovely weather out there. Great to be back. I found a new book. So what I'm about to talk about won't make much sense to anyone who's not in like trying to gain substance recovery. There'll be a few words used, but hopefully anyone who does can do what I've done this morning and reached out looking for a solution, and found something that helps me. Has helped me for today. So I found a new book called Quiet Peace, and there's a different reading every day. And I've looked at it today. Today is Incomprehensible Demoralisation. And it really struck a chord with me. So just that's big words. Incomprehensible is like I can't understand, and demoralised, I think most of us will know what that means. And that definitely applies to me. That's like being on the floor and broken, demoralised, just broken. So not understanding how broken I am was a starting point for me. People talk about rock bottoms, man. I was just on the floor, me, and I'd come up with substances. And obviously when I come up, I come down, just got back on the floor again. And then the low times when I drunk just took me even lower. So my life was like a series of rock bottom. But I've read it, and what it's brought up for me, there's a few things that like my last relapse is still prevalent in my mind, and that's really key, that for me. It's poignant in my mind, so I can physically very vividly remember it. So that's given me like a window of opportunity, I call it. While that's there, and there's a fear around that, it inspires action. So that's what I'm doing. I put action in, hence why I'm back on my channel. Yeah, it's good to be back. What other stuff? I've made a few notes. I'm just going to go through them. So some words that have come up. I've done a bit of reading around it. I've read the big book on the page that this reading applied to, and I'll just read through it because I can't remember it all. So yeah, pitiful and pathetic was used. That definitely described me, and can describe me on any given day. I get wallow in self-pity and get all stuck in self. I can be pitiful and pathetic. And moral and physical sickness, I was definitely sick physically. Definitely morals were all over the place. I can get out of this with the help of my sponsor. I do firmly believe that. It's a friend that is my confidant and my go-to person in times of need. The physical allergy, I'm struggling with that type of thing where I put one in and it sparks an obsession I can actually stop. But what I have found recently is that I'm a period alcoholic, so I don't drink every day, but when I do, an allergy comes. I've just cleared that up for myself. Series of shameful moments, definitely. Like I say, that floor was just shame after shame, behaviour after behaviour that just kept me on that floor. All my attempts to control it led to even less control. That was written in the book in 1937. That applied to me. The more things got bad, the more I tried to self-will and drive through to sort my problems out, the more action I put in. But it always led to taking drugs, like a celebration, or to falsely pick myself up, which led to even worse, pitiful, pathetic behaviour and a state of mind and body. Unbelievable. I was beyond unmanageable. But coming to these rooms and seeing people who would walking the walk and talking the talk, which I'm trying to do now, which is not easy. It's not easy, but it replaced all that despair and hopelessness with hope. The exact opposite. That hopelessness turned into hope by seeing people who had something I wanted, and there was a solution. There was no human solution. I've had every form of human help. I've had my own, my family, my children, money, what money can buy. I've spent tens of thousands on recovery, and it's never been good enough. It's picked me up for a little bit, made me feel better, but then I'll either celebrate or I'll get in the drudgery of life and something will happen and I use again. It's never done it with no successful. I've got to remain grateful. I'm feeling grateful today. And that's that. I actually know there's a pattern that'll come with if I in a relapse with me, if and when it ever does come. But I'm saying this to enlighten myself and to go out of there and through there, that my gratitude will be gone at the minute. I'm just grateful for the coffee. I've recently had toothache, but that come back recovering from toothache. But I'm just grateful to have a nice cup of coffee now with I'll have half the amount of sugar overnight through the process. But just a sweet, nice coffee. I'm really grateful, but if a relapse will begin with my gratitude, not grateful for the people around me arguing with family, struggling in things, not grateful to go to meetings, my gratitude will go. That will be one of the first things. Then my physical appearance will go. Then my mental health will go. And then I'm doing all this on a daily basis, done it for years now. It'll sound like a good idea. It'll be different this time if I just pick up one. That's what it'll be. I'll pick up one. It'll be different this time. Unbelievable. So I've recently become teachable, and that can come and go on a given day basis. I like to be taught, so I'd like to class myself as teachable, but if I get an idea in my head, I get self-righteous, staunch in my opinion, and become narrow-minded. Again, leads to trouble every time. I've got a poignant reminder. It says this in the book I'm reading at the minute, that I've recovered from a hopeless state of body and mind. Now that's probably true. That does ring true for me sitting here now, cold like today. I'm going to the gym shortly. I'm just doing a quick vid to check in with people. I'm probably recovered, but I'd say only for this hour. I could go to the gym, piss poor performance, be back wallowing, pissed off at myself. But yeah, I will say at this present time, and that's what I do hope, that with consistency, with effort, with working what I'm doing, the steps and things like that and all the other stuff, I will, it's my dream to become recovered from a hopeless state of body and mind. And again, to get to recover bit, the first part for me has got to be admitting that I am hopeless. My body's shot, my mind is hopeless at times. But my dream, and I've seen people that apply to that says them words, and I truly believe what they say when they say it. Just hope I can apply to me. It says in the book, great obsession of every abnormal drinker to drink like a gentleman. Applies to me repeatedly. This channel was an attempt at me who are absolutely insane. And some people found another word that really stuck with me because it applies to me dad, that the persistence of this, trying to drink normally and control it, leads people to death. It happened to my father. One of the reasons I try so hard on a daily basis, and it's not so much I don't want to die, I really don't want to die, but it's the devastation I would leave behind that I can't, that makes me fearful, makes me unbelievable. If I was to pass down what was done to me, to my children, that's incomprehensible to me. I don't understand. My brain can't compute that, so I've got to try. Yeah, and again, step one of this is another thing, another language term from the books. I've got to fully concede to my innermost self that I'm an alcoholic addict, that I struggle with. I can't have one substance of anything, mood and mind altering. And I'd say, once again, a bit like me hopeless body state of mind, at this moment in time I can concede that. But that will be one thing that's innately, deep down within me, will be gone. Will it be different this time? All these questions I've done 1,000 times, it'll be different this time. I've got enough about me, self-knowledge, and it's all absolute twaddle. And let me see. Yeah, so that's about it. I've rattled on a bit of lingo there from the book, but I've enjoyed that book this morning. Really good. It ties in with a couple of books, so I like that. So I've got my head in the game. I haven't connected with people. Like I say, I've got the gym and then I'll do my usual texts and I have a little routine. What's up? But I've had a good morning. I've eaten. That's one thing I'm trying to lose weight on my belly. So yeah, I've got a nice day ahead, nice full active day. I've got counselling today, I've got meetings, I've got a sports fun day, really good. So nice to see you guys, have a good day.